So we are back to dive into the last section of this week's show, and we're going to be exploring the wonderful and amazing world of 3D printing with 3D printing is the shit. You don't know what I actually said as that last one.
You're really trying hard to be theatric in this episode.
I have to make up for the amazing and voluptuous Jerry.
The absence of Jerry.
Whoa. When did Jerry become voluptuous?
He's a sexy man.
Okay, Ben. Okay.
Hey, he feeds me indie games and indie miniatures, so he has.
So what, like sweet chocolates on a chaise longue? Yeah, you call indie, my love.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah, pretty much. But anyway, back to miniatures.
That got weird.
So as I was saying, we're going to be looking at some 3D printing stuff at the moment, and. After last week, you would be forgiven for thinking that we all just care about Mörkborg and amazing, dark, twisted fantasy stuff. But actually, you're right. Because I picked a company that does amazingly twisted and weird stuff called Bestiarum, or Bestiarum, however you want to say it.
Bestiarum.
How twisted are we talking, Ben?
Oh, so twisted. And I think Justin's way of saying the title is the best way to go. So this is... Go for it, Justin.
Stadium.
There we go. I'm going to get. Can we just now sound cap or whatever capture that and then?
Oh God! Someone's going to put that on a soundboard, and it's just going to be Stadium.
YouTube will clip this.
Yeah. So Bestiarum Miniatures has been around since last year, but they do a range of fantastic looking and utterly grotesque miniatures for you to use in your role-playing games, in your tabletop war games, skirmish games, whatever you are.
Halloween decorations.
Halloween decorations, yeah.
I mean, Valentine's Day gift.
You could, exactly, everyone's got a kink.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. Whoa. So these are just, think Diablo, think sort of Dark Souls, and then mush that together. Grim. With twisted Warhammer art and design from the olden days, and then a little bit of Mörkborg and all that kind of stuff as well. And that's when you get these amazing miniatures, as you can see here.
I mean, do you remember the old Wesley Snipes Blade movie?
Oh, what Balthazar inside?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Balthazar?
The Asian vampire that was just like a puddle.
Yes.
that is very, yes. Yeah, I think that works quite nicely there. But like everything that they've done is perfectly awesome for anyone kind of looking to do sort of twisted and weird wargaming on the tabletop. I think, as I say, this would be perfect for anyone who's doing Mörkborg and that kind of thing because it just fits that so nicely. But I think you could. This is the kind of stuff that I think people who are interested in the 28 movement would be really fascinated by. So that's kind of looking at sort of old, sort of Blanchitsu style stuff. Like imagine that painted up in a Blanchitsu style with like yellows and sort of warm reds and all that kind of thing. That'd be amazing.
See, I would do these guys in like acid greens and do like an awesome Nurgle army.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I think that would be amazing. I mean, look at that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's definitely a hugger.
See, I'm just looking at a strange place in there. They've got strange places. They've got ears and stuff, the odd places. There's an ear at the top of the head next to the eyes that looks like the start of the head.
There's even people crawling out of its maw and everything as well, which I think is really nice. It's so cool.
Sinister, isn't it?
I mean, French kiss on the first date.
Yeah. If you get out.
What's quite nice about these as well is that they come with this kind of sculpted base design as well. So you get the model, but then you also get the base too, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Really cool sort of addition to that. Let's have a scroll down through, see if there's any more that sort of catch your eye. Oh, I love this one. I'm going to go for this one. Undead Knights.
Yeah, go down one from the Undead Knights.
Oh.
Hammer Knights.
That one?
Hammer Knights.
Those, yeah.
Want to see those.
Stop hammer time.
I'm going to get the Wolf of Calden because I think that's pretty cool as well. So look at that as well. I mean, look at that.
Oh.
That's straight out of Doom.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The wings are beautiful.
I'm also going to say, one piece, no need to assemble.
Whoa, that's great.
That's an interesting challenge.
Yeah.
Is it pre-scaffolded or no?
Well, it probably is, yeah.
Pre-supported or non-supported.
Yeah, okay, so you have both options. Perfect. Because trying to support something like that in one shot would take quite a while.
Well, just those of us who are 3D printing experts.
Yes.
I finally
in fact, there's the thing. This is the first time the two 3D printers from the main office are in the same.
I was going to say I defer to John on all things 3D printing now. I'm afraid. So
to be fair, to be blatantly fair, if there's people supplying 3D STLs now for miniature collectors who aren't making them pre-supported, I wouldn't trust them, because if they know how the supports work for their own miniature, then they've engineered it correctly.
Yeah.
They haven't just made something cool and just thrown it out there. They've actually thought it through.
The shields are amazing.
They are so... That is like World of Warcraft undead, like friggin'...
It's like Draugrs on acid.
Yeah, the eyes are fantastic.
Oh, yeah. I like that. That's a really nice way. I think that'd be a really cool way to paint them, definitely. Yeah. I like that you were saying they're just in the Draugr theme of that kind of like almost emaciated body. I think is a really cool look, rather than making them normal skeletons. I think that's a really cool sort of addition. I wish this pop-up would go away.
You need to get ad blocker.
But amazing stuff there. I think as you say, here are those hammer knights.
Oh, there.
All of my yes. And they're carrying a massive coffin on their back.
Yeah. Now imagine you were playing Turnip 28 or Sludge.
Yeah.
Those would be amazing for that.
They would.
I would just use them as straight up Chaos Warriors.
You could, yeah. I'd love to see someone make an Order army for Age of Sigmar, but use these as Stormcast. Imagine that.
Yeah,
like
that could
really
work.
twisted, horrible versions of them that maybe like live in Shaiish or something. That'd be really cool. Yeah.
I mean, what would you even begin to call that weapon in the middle? A double mace? A mace stick?
A flail with two S's.
Or do they have reverse jointed legs?
Yes, they do. Yeah. Well, they have like demonic feet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very.
Find any shoes to
that weapon in the middle is the 2-for-1 brain removal device.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
What have you done?
I don't know. I've left all the pretty things behind.
Clicking.
Oh, look at this armor.
So here's the Wolf of Caden. I think that's amazing.
I like the way they're doing a regular scale beside it.
Yes. So that's I'd say that's like what?
Yeah.
32 mil normally. So
this is what Lehman Russ looks like when he comes back.
Yeah.
It's got the wolf armor, but it's almost standing on wolf legs.
Yes. That's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of fits into that weirdly quite bestial look. I think it's quite nice.
It's got like a pole-armed sword.
Yeah.
Of some description.
Like a big, it's like almost a sword with also a spear at the same time. Yeah. It's very nice. But like, I just love how like twisted and metal these actually are. It's such a cool
look.
I mean, they wouldn't be far off sitting on front of a Metallica album.
Yeah. So we've got all that one.
That heavy. Sorry.
We saw that one as well. We saw that one, and we saw that one. So this is another one of the ranges that I wanted to dive into as well. So they, as I said, they do kind of stuff that's been designed for D&D.
Yeah.
So these are D&D characters, but with a Bestiarum sort of twist.
Bestiarum.
Nice.
Bestiarum. Yes, you've got. You just need to put that on every time I say Bestiarum.
Bestiarum.
So this is kind of like cleric, paladin, like a fighter, and like a sorcerer mage. But done in their style, so they're like properly like Dark Souls and twisted and horrible and weird.
I am loving that sort of like druid style with the armor.
Yeah,
really
cool. Not even like they're that horrible. They just look like utter badass.
They do.
Yeah. This is the amoral, like lawful evil party, I would say.
I like to think that
we're rocking into your village. Of course, we're going to save the day, but we're probably going to rob you while we're here too.
People will probably get slaughtered in the crossfire again.
Oh wow, that's the demons that he's tethered to himself. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. I like to think that like inside that staff that he's got, that's actually like a fairy or something that he's enclosed in like an Iron Maiden.
And
every time he clubs someone, the fairy inside gets stabbed.
Yeah. And that's what gives him his power, like this emaciated, twisted, bloody fairy or something. Man, I'm loving this too much. This is great.
It's brilliant.
And look, here's the character sheets for you to use them in the games.
That's fantastic.
That's cool.
That's cool.
So you can use them in 5th edition, which is really nice. How cool is that? Very cool.
Darius, the Fist, Cleric War Domain.
Yeah, very cool. Here's some more of the heroes as well.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
nice. That's a cute puppy.
Let's see what they've decided this one is. I can't see that, but we'll open it up and have a look at. I mean, we've all played D&D. We can work this out. Barbarian,
Yep.
Yeah.
Bard.
Bard.
Bard, yes, Bard,
Ranger.
and Ranger because of the animal.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. But how cool's that? I mean, that's just an amazing look for a barbarian.
Mhm.
Just like this horrible, twisted individual.
He's
So
got
cool.
muscles on muscles that shouldn't
does.
be muscles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although, look at that bard. He just looks
Oh, I
so
know.
snarky.
Yeah.
Just like, you want me to play a song? Are you insane?
He will hit you with his accordion.
Yeah. I like that he's cleaner than the others.
Yeah.
Like he
Of
actually
course,
cares about
he's
himself.
a bard.
He's
Yeah.
charismatic to the T.
Yeah. And he's carrying like almost a katana.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or like a
Drinking
saber
horn?
style thing. A drinking horn as well, yeah. And there's also that Slavic influence there as well, which I think is quite nice. It kind of like goes down that route rather than a traditional sort of Western European style of a bard, which is quite cool.
That-
And again, that mutt is amazing. Oh.
The scar on the face of the barbarian.
I will name him Fluffy.
Look, Justin, the ranger has an arrow.
Yes, this makes me happy, so I didn't have to mention it. Although the arrow is going through the bowstring for some reason.
Oh, shut up.
Hey, you're the one that brought this up. This is your fault. I blame you.
And then this is the last
Oh.
set of their lone heroes that they did, which is from the first edition of this.
Oh, I love that.
Love the barbarian in the back.
The dude up front with the helmet that has the creepiest eye holes.
Yeah.
That feels like, medieval Bioshock to me.
And then you've got a very nice rogue there as well.
Yeah. I like the idea of doing that guy and then have blood like trickling out of the eye sockets or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
And stop selling this to us.
Well, John, you do have a 3D printer.
That wizard at the back is gorgeous.
Yeah. And here you can see
If you could engineer it, that you could actually get some LEDs into the eyes.
Oh, yeah, that's a great
Pale green or yellow.
print.
Mhm.
Odric the Iron Jaw.
Like that guy kills.
Oh,
yeah.
You're
I
a
love that
fire
wizard.
speaker.
That's a murderer.
That's
that like
gorgeous.
emaciated, twisted wizard kind of thing going on there as well.
Spent 1,000 years gathering my power.
Still a fair amount of whimsy around him, though.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
There is.
Yeah. But that,
It's the
again,
hood, I think. The hood is what sells the whimsy. It's still
but
very clearly a wizard.
it's kind of a blend between a wizard's hat and a hood with the big pointy bit up top.
Yeah, I see where
Very
you're coming from.
Someone actually pointed out something quite interesting about Grimdark and how, like, why Warhammer is so successful in doing it is because they do, as you say, they present a horrible, nasty, twisted scenario, but then there's like an element of dark humor. So you meet an orc, yes, he's going to kill you, but he'll talk about how much he hates his Zoggin friends or something as he does it,
Well, I mean, there was the time that Cathias Kane was hiding in a bush and an orc relieved himself in the bushes on him.
Yeah, and so I think you have to have those kind of moments of almost levity, almost in the design of things. Like with the barbarian there, yeah, he looks like he's going to kill you, but he's got like a weird, wicked grin on his face. So he's probably like told himself a horrible joke or something before he kills you.
No, what's happened there is he's came into the tavern and they've said, "We're out of ale,"
Well, yeah, that's
and that's how it all kicked off.
No. He's just walked up to his Marco and asked to meet you.
Oh.
Because he wouldn't be very intelligent.
He's the kind
He
of
would just be
guy
trying.
in an RPG that will walk up to anything in a pub and go, "That's mine," and then just walk away. He's that guy. You wouldn't question him. No intimidation needed.
Although, while we're on the subject of D&D, are you guys all caught up with Vox Machina?
I am, yes. Yeah.
Oh, so good. I've actually started listening to the podcasts.
It's very good.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's very good. Their latest campaigns have been quite twisted and weird, which is
nice.
As I say, these guys have been around since like last year, so they've been doing a lot over the last 12 or so months at the moment.
Yeah.
I just wanted to highlight a few of these. If you see any that catch your eye again, just please let me know. But some very nice stuff in here that I think is very.
Oh, what's the Desert of the Giant Skull? There's a giant
Desert
bird.
of the Giant Skull.
That row that you're on, take one in there.
Yeah. Let's look at that first for you. So
Quite
here's
Zinchian.
Zinchian Egyptian.
Oh, look, there's Dwayne The Rock Johnson up in the back.
Yes. Yeah.
That is the Scorpion King.
That is the smallest photo in the world.
Pictures. Those are cool.
Ooh, they're nice.
Yeah.
Really nice assassin.
Oh, look, the feet. The feet are. Oh, I love the feet.
Yeah, with the crow's claws.
Because that could almost be human until you look down.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's maybe just literally on their boot.
Yeah.
No. Maybe.
Oh, very, very cool. Could be, though. You are correct.
Questionable.
There we go. There's your big scorpion riders. Well, scorpion centaurs. Centipedes? Centipedes? Scorpions? I don't know.
Gortars.
There we go.
Yeah,
that will
go. Gortars. Yeah. Oh,
wow.
Some really nice action poses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is very Scorpion King, that one, isn't it?
Yeah. Nice to have the sculpted bases, but then all these, as you say, these sort of elements that make it feel more action-packed. Mm-hmm. So it looks like they're in the midst of battle. Because I mean, you've got to be careful with those when you're packing them. But
but even the way they've sculpted the armor onto that particular character, you can see it's literally just a breastplate that has been strapped onto him, and you can see all of the skin and stuff. It feels like its own separate component. Yeah. Really nice design.
All the rippling in the muscles and the veins and things.
Oh yeah.
Again, stuff that you'd hope would come out through in the final sculpts, the final prints as well. So yeah.
Oh, this is
mostly when you see them like this, chances are good that it will come through.
Yeah, I think that actually is. Well, I'm not sure. I couldn't tell for sure, but very nice stuff there. We've also got some of these. So we had these ones, which I think are really nice and very Dark Soulsy again.
Like very nice feral in a way, aren't they?
Yeah,
like regal looking,
almost Diablo-esque as well, actually. So got those. And this was one of the other big sets that I thought was really nice, actually. So this is a big collection of sort of twisted and weird stuff that they've been working on. Everything's twisted and weird. But yeah, so you've got your hangers on that have been sort of attacked by weird things and turned into minions and things.
I mean,
and stuff.
It kind of feels like a necromancer has went out to make friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
They may no harm.
I mean, look at that.
That makes
an enslaved moose. Is that a Leshen?
With
it could be
person hanging out the front with the spear.
Yeah, the victim. Yeah.
Oh God!
But it's the fact that this was obviously some mighty creature, but these little kind of brain slugs have kind of attached themselves to them and have twisted them and turned them into horrible creatures that go hunting on the moors and things.
You are a flesh puppet now.
And look at that. Yeah.
Oh my God!
That's great. That's petrifying.
So you're gonna buy some of these, John?
No. This is the complete opposite of what I usually go for. So sadly not. No.
Oh my God.
Look at that and that one. Oh.
That's great. Yeah.
You could do such a good zombie horde with these.
You really could.
Well, as well as that, the sci-fi, well, not particularly sci-fi, but space as well. You could do something older, something biological.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You could you could just remove something like the shield there, and that's like combat, almost like archaic combat arm or something.
Yeah,
maybe shock sticks or something. And stuff.
If you paint it up like it's say a Kevlar plate that he's wearing,
easily get over something. I mean, that's amazing. Oh, yeah, alien feels and things.
It's grim. It's beautifully grim.
So, as you can see here, as part of the collection, they have a whole range of different things for you to pick up, as they've been going for a year or so up until this point, and they look like they have no signs of stopping. I know a lot of people have been diving into this and painting them up for their own amusement on the tabletop. I know there was a particular model in here that I think everyone has been printing on Etsy. That's that guy there. I'll just show him off. Look at that. Oh.
I wanted to be a church, but Mama said no.
I mean, look at the end of the spear with the hand like this. Bless you, my child. Stand.
Oh, this is like Pyramid's head's thinnest cousin.
Yeah.
A religious cousin.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff.
Loads crossbow with religious intent.
May the power of Christ be with you.
As well as the bundles and things, they also have their tribe. So a lot of creators now will obviously have their Patreons and their My Mini Factory, but Tribe is the kind of My Mini Factory is the kind of Patreon within My Mini Factory for you to go and check out. So they've got stuff that comes out every month. The most recent one was the Penitent Crusade, which you see there. There is actually a better picture of that I'll find in a second as I scroll through. Let me just go and find it while I'm chatting away.
Waffle.
Oh, there we go. That was that's the March bundle that you can pick up.
Oh,
so if you're interested in playing around with twisted and weird religious occult sort of stuff,
going on
all I'm hearing is bring out your dad. Bring out your dad.
You know,
I'm not quite dead yet.
You know what all this is actually reminding me of? It's Kingdom Death with more humans in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just more. It's Kingdom Death, just really, really more humanized twistedness.
Oh, look at the barbed hook weapons down the center front there.
Yeah,
those are terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Will it load?
Come on,
too big. There we go. But yeah,
get a lot in there.
What's quite nice about it is that you get the character models, and then you get because obviously these 3D prints, you can print them out as many times as you like, but you get 4 of those, duplicate that up, to a squad of 12 or something. That's your unit of warriors in pretty much any fantasy game, basically.
I mean, you could do like a Dark Empire pick for Warhammer Fantasy if you wanted to go back to the old world.
Very much so, yeah. But they've obviously got that coming out this month. They're also working on a revamp of one of their older kits. So there's this one, which is going to get has been sort of twisted and updated. I've said twisted so many times.
Twisted. That is though, Ben.
When the dungeon comes for you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing stuff there.
Oh wow! I've just seen the bodies in the middle in the cage.
Oh yeah,
in the belly. And like the other guy with the hands are actually the cages.
Yeah. It's like a bloody Wicker Man.
That's terrifying.
But yeah, so if you join them on Tribe, you can obviously get your hands on these particular miniatures. But they also have this free welcome pack. So this is all the things you get for free when you sign up to their Patreon. Well, not Patreon, their Tribe. You get all of those different bits and pieces to try out as soon as you get started, which is pretty cool. You can also buy them separately if you like, but you get a big one and then also a couple of sort of smaller miniatures and then the terrain features as well. But it's a pretty awesome looking one to go and check out. So if you're interested in 3D printing something evil for use in your games of Merkburg on the tabletop, then I would recommend going to check out Bestiarum. Say it again, Justin. There we go. Pick those up and use those on the tabletop. Some really fun stuff for you to have a look at there. But I think you'll agree it's pretty cool. And as is the case, they've been around for a while now. They're on Facebook and all those kind of social media platforms and that kind of thing. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about their range, maybe seeing some people paint them up yourselves, there's loads of links on there for socials and that kind of thing. So you can go and have fun talking with the rest of the community that has been playing around with those miniatures as well. So yeah.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.